guys, what's up? Today we're going to make some Jack Daniel's pulled pork. I'm going to show you how. Now first step, you need to get a big ass Jack Daniel's belt buckle. Next, you need to get some honey jack, a couple other ingredients, some homemade barbecue sauce that we made yesterday, a pineapple, orange, a big pork shoulder, otherwise known as a pork butt or a Boston butt, but it is the pork shoulder. I would prefer bone in. Now if you can get one with the rind on, get one with the rind on. Sometimes it's a little extra work. So today we're just gonna do it rind off for everybody's basic needs. And the other thing you're gonna need is some string. Now the reason why we do string on top of roast isn't because it needs it to hold together, but what it does is it holds all that meat in while it cooks, so it's not floppy, and then you're not gonna lose any juices as you're cooking along. So I'm first gonna show you guys how to prep your pork shoulder, and then we're gonna season it up, and we're gonna use that delicious barbecue sauce that we made yesterday. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to double check and make sure that the gland is out. Now usually the gland on a pork shoulder is on the opposite side of where you'll see the bone. So it's going to be somewhere over here in this vicinity, usually in the little crevice here. So you're going to want to get your knife in, make sure there's nothing in here. Now, you're also doing this for a dual purpose. You're making sure that you take out any of the heavy fat sitting. There we go. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save all of this fat and all the extra trimmings, and I'll show you guys how to make some sausages later on. So again, like I said, take off any heavy fat. It's not needed for the cook because there is so much marbling inside of the pork shoulder, as well as we're not going to cook it on a super high heat, so it's not going to dry it out a ton. Now, pork shoulder is what's called a self-basting meat, which means it has lots of fats in it itself, so you don't need to make sure that you coat it every hour with water, but we're going to give it a nice barbecue rub down. All right, guys, now that our pork shoulder is all trimmed and tied up, we're going to do a dry rub on it. So you want to use the same ingredients that we're going to use in our barbecue sauce we made yesterday. The reason being is you don't want too many flavors going on in one dish. So we're going to marry it properly with some salt, pepper, cayenne, paprika, and a little mustard seed. So we're going to give it a good rub in, and we're going to put it in a big pan like this. The reason being is because you're probably going to make a mess rubbing it around, and you don't want that all over the counter or the floor. So again, we're going to mix everything into a bowl, and then we'll use that as to mix all together and put on top of your pork shoulder. Now it's very important that you want to rub all the sides. You don't want to just do the top, because you're going to shred the whole thing. You want to penetrate the muscle as much as possible before we go and put the wet ingredients on. Now it's important when you're using cayenne to remember that the longer you cook cayenne, the hotter it gets. So because we're doing a pork shoulder for quite a long time on the charcoal, we're going to smoke it for a long time. This is going to pick up heat and intensity as you're cooking. So use it quite minimally and sparingly. You want only a little pinch just to add a little heat, but you don't want to go crazy because by the time you finish cooking, it'll burn. Now on a pork shoulder, when we cook it, we're doing about 90 minutes per pound. This guy's sitting around probably 10 to 12 pounds, so we know that we're going to be cooking for quite a while. Like I said, it's going to pick up heat as it goes. It's always important to make sure that you meat thermometer it, but have a good judge of how long you're going to do. Always give yourself an extra half an hour leeway, because sometimes your barbecue doesn't stay as hot, you're not watching it as quick, or other issues happen. All right, guys, now that we got the dry ingredients and the rub out of the way, we're going to put that to the side, and we're going to start on our wet ingredients. So you want to mix it again into a bowl. So you want to start with that nice homemade barbecue sauce that we did yesterday. So you want enough to make sure that you coat it, but you also want to save some for after, because you can baste it when it's done. And when you shred the pork, you're going to shred it with the barbecue sauce as well to give it that nice rich flavor and make sure you have all the moisture. Now again, make sure you wear the whitest shirt you can find, because you're making barbecue sauce and dips. You want to make sure you have something to stain. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little citrus to this. Find an orange. the end. Okay, next, we want to make sure that we add our Jack Daniels. Now you can use as little as you want, or as much as you want. You can use as little as you want, or as much as you want. The reason being is because as it's cooking, it's going to cook off all the alcohol, so you don't have to worry about the kids as well. Next, we're going to take some ginger beer. We're going to add that in. A little tang and a little acidity. Perfect. And last but not least, we're going to add a pineapple. Now, all right, now that we got our pineapple all cut, we're going to add it into our sauce. Now you're going to use a whisk or a fork to mix it all up. There is a lot of liquid in here, so you want to make sure you mix it well to get that barbecue sauce a nice consistency. You don't want a thin bit and a clumpy bit. Alright, now that we got the sauce all mixed up, we're going to put it over top of our pork shoulder and we're going to ladle it on with a spatula, make sure that we get it all nice and even coating. Excellent. So this guy's all ready to go. We're going to set him in the fridge, let him sit overnight, and then we're going to cook it up nice early tomorrow. Stay tuned, guys.